Hey everybody, what's up? This is Retrokid Reviews, and yes, I got a haircut and about to do Nerf stuff. I know, it's been a minute, and I've been holding over these reviews till basically when most of, like, the early review season stuff is winding down, and yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was not interested to see Cocaine Bear. How is all the January dump movies getting fell into February? I don't know. Speaking of January dumps, yeah, I might check out Retrokid, I think, is it? Probably next week, in case Pre-3 is, that... Actually, you know what? No, never mind. I'm already overthinking the reviews going forward. Anyway, this is what I'm hoping to do when I'm in a backlog slog of, like, stuff I should have reviewed. I'm going to try this later next time with some DC reviews for anime movies I've been meaning to do since James Gunn's been really on the whole, well, if we could get the anime movie going, we'll get people from that in it kind of vibe, but I want to see what's left in my anime to you category that I haven't really done yet. Speaking of, to check out Dino, he already did a backlog of the now, I guess, newly named Tomorrowverse movies. Hey Dino, in case you're watching, I know I'm on Trench's Discord, so that being said, you're not here for my DC hot takes, you're here for Nerf, weird as it sounds. So, let's start with the blasters I have here today for what is going to be dubbed, hopefully, a play day. This is a bit of an excerpt I'm getting from Fuchsia's review. Sometimes he has a backlog of action figure reviews, and he just does a whole play day of, like, the same stuff, mostly G.I. Joe, so I guess I go to the last time he did a play day on that one, just to get the context of these style of reviews. So yeah, these are basically backlogged stuff that came out last year, Nerf-wise, that already have better versions that I wish I had time to get the laptop out to show. I'm assuming the Stormcharge and the Pilot. So the predecessor to the Stormcharge, which basically put, I want to say, Elite 2.0 back on the map, the Blitzfire. Yeah, the real reason why I haven't gotten around to getting this reviewed out is this thing was slightly expensive than it was starting out early in the year. I think it was like around almost $45. Now it's down to like probably about half that when it came around to the holidays, which, spoiler alert, this is like the last two of my holiday blasters that I forgot to review. You probably saw on my Instas months before this review dropped, so let's just get this out of the way. Starting off at the top, yes, it is an integrated, not direct prime or hamp, it is actually a traditional style pump, and it is also Smart AR. And to prove once again, the front of the blaster is, again, the traditional Smart AR everyone's seen in the hobby before, and I haven't pumped this properly in a while. The only mods I'm probably going to do is what everyone's normally have done, mostly the flywheel cages and stuff like that. I can't do that because I'm not a flywheel guy, but after seeing the amazing work people have done in the hobby so far with just the Blitzfire, yeah, I'll probably just see if I could get a kit for that. Ranges for this, I'm not really going to do. I'm going to do ranges for the flywheel half. This is the mag it comes with. I think this is the first time in my channel I've had a traditional 10-round mag, and honestly, I like the banana style that they've been doing the last couple of years with Nerf when it comes to 10-round mags. If anything, they ever re-release, hopefully, an Elite 2.0 version of, say, oh, I don't know, a long shot. Yeah, the 10-round mag would be a pretty standard start to it. Double the darts, obviously, if Nerf's listening, Hasbro-wise. Starting off on the main body of the blaster, you can tell this is a Raven-style bullpup design. The stock is slightly comfortable than you look. One problem I think I'll agree with everyone here is that you kind of can't get a bead on it because you have to, like, in my case, I have to press my cheek right at the tail end of the stock. Everyone who normally does traditional cheek press, like I would be too, already overshadows it, and it's like lining you up straight to the attack row. So if anything, if you want to chop it off, I would normally say yes, but as far as integrated attachments, Nerf has done the last couple of years, especially in the rival line, it's not the worst. It's probably the most practical you're going to get in a while. No one-strike barrel lug if this was a Coop video. Sorry for that in advance. Anyway, oh, check out his Yo Check This Out series. It's like the closest to him getting back into modding I've ever seen in a while in Coop's case. So, going off the chronographs, lastly, I want to say the jam door is a very newfangled jam door because this is still completely stock months in advance, and I have not done any modding whatsoever. I didn't take out any micro stretches or any mag logs, which I probably should next time. And yeah, with only just stock testing and stock playing for like the last couple of months, it is still, if I get my chrono out, inconsistent because it hit the chronograph, but you're getting a high of 67. That's my normal average for this. So again, as far as flywheel standard goes, it's about a little hotter than it normally should be, given the fact that this is a very long barrel coming out, because the main body of the firing of the blaster is in the back, heads pop up, and yeah, this is a very long barrel to travel through, and yet surprisingly, as you can tell, very compact, which is mainly what the whole purpose of like bolt pumps are supposed to be compact yet still have a long enough barrel to be like real steel obvious firearm laws and stuff like that. I am not a real steel firearms expert. I'm just a guy that likes Nerf. Last thing I'll say is that the paint job is actually pretty cool. For stock Nerf, I know my camera can't do justice to it, but the teal is actually not bad, surprisingly the way it looks. It has a good cut up here to show Elite 2.0 here, and I think, yeah, that's just the mag, not the mag, that is the barrel showing off. So again, as far as like cutting around like the shell and stuff to show most of the blaster. However, in my opinion, the star of this half of the blaster is obviously the integrated pump grip. Yeah, this integrated master key system is what people have been dreaming to do with like Ravens and Stripes when they were out back in the day during the Elite 1.0 years. So ultimately, if you have the means, if you got the time to find this at like your local Walmart or wherever when it's like, I don't know, under 30 bucks, yeah, definitely check this out. It's still got traditional AA's, I think like 4 total. I don't know every single flywheel upgrade kit that has been out the last several months when this blaster came out, so go to your local actual Nerf modding channel because they will tell you how to do this probably better, and most likely it is definitely dependable in like an HVZ environment. I could definitely see almost everything of the undergun completely unchanged other than just like tightening up a screw to get a better air seal, and that's it. And honestly, it's weird, and I think Coop said it best themselves. I've been saving this part because it gave me a lot of thought. Is this better, the undergun wise, better with Elite than say Waffles, my Venture Force worn out ones? Given that I only have one Elite to demonstrate, I'm gonna try to see if I could at least get a better accurate choke on it. Again, I'm just using my soon-to-be blaster wall as a reference point. No, I mean, it's still a tighter group. It's still fighting between the two. Yeah, as weird as it sounds, in a shotgun environment, you need to have a decent spread. You're not really aiming for this to be your secondary primary. It's just a secondary. It's just there to help you out in a backup kind of scenario. And yeah, ultimately, if I had to rate this, which I think this is months overdue, 10 out of 10. It is a definitely modder-focused blaster, but it's also a very premier, friendly first. If you're trying to get into the hobby, you could not have a better substitute. This is a great primary blaster for newcomers, and if you want to go in and mod it yourself and be your first time to mod this. So the undergun, I can see why people would see that as their first mod. However, the main body of the blaster, you're going to need a lot more help on like the flywheel side of the hobby. And one last thing, I just want to show off the mags you can take. This is my Worker 22. This set's just fine. It's kind of comical when you choke it up, obviously, but I don't know, it's giving me like extended mag, Call of Duty War kind of vibes for those who remember those games. I think in the Modern Warfare timeline. I also don't know in advance if I think this is my Revonix? No, not Revonix. Revolton. That flywheel zombie strike blaster. I don't know if that. Oh. Okay, so in a weird, bizarro environment compared to the stromcharge, I have a personal theory that it might take this mag if I get the stromcharge next time, compared to say the old school 18 round mags. So because of that, sorry, takes this just fine. Looks pretty good. Still comical, but yet surprisingly gives you a better undermounted grip for like smaller nerfers who are going to be using this as a support style, I guess, LMG and like small kids case. And oh, lastly, I have a 12. Much like the 18s, it'll take 12 just fine. Honestly, it has a better body of the blaster. It feels a lot better. It just gives you 2 extra rounds ready to go. If anything, if Hasbro is still selling 12 rounders on like Amazon or wherever for like a 3-pack, go ahead. You're not really missing out. Also, I'm very much aware that this is getting half-length kits, and I am interested to see if I can try that out next time. So, on my last blaster, which has taken me the hardest to find, rounds for, because it is my first go around with the rival Precision Series. This is the Fate that came out last year. This has already been usurped by the Pilot, and so much so that I want to go to my local Target or Walmart or wherever to find this. I will literally buy it online for like $100, given how popular the Pilot is, so I'll get to that next time. But in the Fate's case, you're essentially getting a better upgraded version of the Knockout. It hits harder, and I just realized this is let me get the FPS readings first so that I'm absolutely right. If I don't hit my chrono, sorry. And my chrono died. Okay, so from what I got last time before starting my recording, it was at an average of 89, maybe 87, which is about right where the rival ranges are, usually like a 90 FPS par or 100, giving the I guess the primary blasters. Should I see this as your first dependable first pistol? Yes. In a rival series, yes. I am very much aware of Xbox Industries. Go to their rival kits, because I actually want to get those, especially the inline clips, because they look very slap-onable, not slap-onable, build, mod-kittable, just like get in, get out, kind of like easy builds, nothing really crazy. You just slip it on and it's like that, internals-wise. So ultimately, yeah, I forgot the exact price listings for this, but if it's anything like the Pilot, it's probably going to be around 15-20 bucks. You're not really going to miss much out. It's definitely dependable. One problem is you only have one trigger lock, because it is a Nerf blaster. It hits over 90 FPS. Legally speaking, for those who are new to the rival scene, they are legally required to put a safety on it that I just depressed, and that's going to take forever to get that round, because another reason why this took forever, my cat really loves these rounds. These are the new, I guess, less dimply Accu rival rounds, and honestly speaking, I can't see much of a difference. It's still a little bit as accurate as regular rival. Feeling the dimple myself, it's about the same, only slight difference, nothing really crazy, but I do see this as the standard, because again, if anybody at Hobby knows the tragedy that was their AccuStrike series, yeah, long story short, we need to keep those styles of gimmicks around, because those actually shoot harder than usual stock rounds, or stock, at least in this case, when it comes to what I just previously mentioned with the Moto Blitz. Lastly, since this is their Precision series, they have like this weird adjustable sight. I think it's better on the Pilot, because it gives you a better like depth of field of like zeroing in on stuff. It's not like real still accurate. I can tell you, like, the fins are way off, like the backlighting and on translucent front sight is good enough on a day round, not so much on a night round, so you might need to keep like that in mind if you're gonna mod this going forward. Like I said, for both blasters, they're an easy pickup. They're a reason why these are like the #1 blasters in the hobby last year, and they will probably continue to be really dependable on mods going forward. And so yeah, with my dry fire shot out of the way, what did you think of this play day with my backlog of Nerf blasters? Because this is probably not going to be the first time I'm going to be doing that, because I still want to get the stromcharge, and I definitely want to get the Pilot to compare these blasters next time. So what did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And with that all being said, final shots there to my previous content, which was talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Other hand over here to my shorts playlist, which thankfully is no longer going to be CR content. I'm kidding. I do have a Critical Role playlist. I forgot to mention that in my community tab. I'll probably mention that after this video drops, which will be mostly a new playlist for like most of my genuine content I do here on the channel. And yeah, shirt here to sub to the channel, because I forgot to mention it. It's 30 outside, and it's surprisingly warmer than it looks. New York hood aside, this is Retrokid Reviews. Hit the notification bell down below for future Nerf content. And let me know in the comments if you guys want me to just do like all my Nerf reviews to be a separate playlist as well, because that's what I want to do going forward for content as far as categorizing and chronicling most of my old stuff goes. So with that all being said, take care, subscribe, and yeah, go pick up these blasters. These are amazing. Hasbro actually got winners out of the park, and they should be celebrated before they go back to being, well, Hasbro, because Hasbro's gonna Hasbro somehow.